Hello there and welcome back to the channel. So here, and today is Saturday, June 10th, and we have Dr. T Tropical Islander Archipelago. As you can see, I'm on my low level Boom Beach account. This is my HQ17 account. As you can see, I've just increased the XP level to XP level 43. We have our radar level 17 and a gunboat at level 18, which gives us a whopping 66 total GBE. Now, today, this weekend is Tank-Mania. So, if it's a good time to try tank medics, it is today. I mean, they're really cheap to reload, and yeah, well, we can try them. I actually finished upgrading my tanks to level 2 now, so I have tank level 2s. Probably a lot of you guys are looking at me and laughing, saying, "Oh, what a noob! Tank level 2. I have tank level 6 or 7." Yeah, you know, but I don't like tanks. The purpose of this account was to show how strong Rifleman Zooka and then Rifleman Zooka and medics are from the get-go, and I think I've been pretty successful at that. But we're gonna give tank medics a try. Most of you already have their trader. I've been very busy this week, so I couldn't record anything. But essentially, you can exchange. The trade is gonna be blue crystals in exchange for red. So if you want reds, this is the time. Don't use your blue crystals because you're gonna be able to exchange them for red. You can do that trade 3 times. I did got plenty of tokens today. I think I opened 5 crates today, and I was able to get about 22 hero tokens. So that was pretty nice. I think my game crashed twice, which means I got the 8 token crate twice. In any case, guys, I think we are gonna insta finish this. So we have a total of what? 2, 4, 6. We have 10 tanks, 8 medics. I don't know, guys. Wish me luck. I don't like tanks. I'm not afraid to say that I don't like them. They do require a little bit of skill, but I think they I don't know, man. I don't like them. So let me build a couple of things right here while we wait. I'm not gonna boost any of my statues. I don't need resources. I'm upgrading right now I'm upgrading my sub, so yeah, I don't need it. So these are medics level 3, if I'm not mistaken. Medics level 3, like I said, and tanks level 2. Let's go ahead and do this, guys. So let's see, stage number 1 should be pretty easy. I don't think it's gonna be hard. With tanks, you want to counter what counters your tank. You want to counter boom cannons and cannons. You want to figure out the damage and the total health. So this guy is going to do 290 damage per second. He fires every 4, which means he's going to do about 1200 damage. So that single boom cannon in a single shot will be able to decrease the health of my tanks by essentially half. So we're going to give it a try. Let's see what happens. Obviously, you want to bring Everspark with either the Critter Swarm or the remote control ability, because that's going to give you a little bit of a reprieve in terms of the unit. So let's see how much health. Yeah, so you see it takes a little bit less than half. Medics are going to be able to out-heal it, but you don't want to count on your medics to heal that kind of damage, guys. That's a lot of damage that you're going to have to deal and try to figure, to counter, and that's something that you don't want to do. Tanks have the advantage that you can ignore machine guns, you can ignore flamethrowers because they are ranged, you outrange them, you can ignore rocket launchers because they just tickle you, as long as you can take them out in a relatively quick fashion. I mean, if you have 3 rocket launchers that are amped up and they do more damage than your medics can heal, then for sure your tanks are going to die. But on the short-term scenario, you don't have to worry about them. Now, usually what you want to do is try not to bunch up your tanks a lot. And by what I mean is, if you have a line of cannons, if you sort of align your tanks, if you drop them in a line, sort of like that, that's going to be a lot better than if you were to drop them all in one corner. Because what ends up happening is that the tanks push each other into the range of the defenses. So instead of firing at the machine gun at range, what they end up doing is firing at the machine gun, and some of them are actually going to come closer. And remember, guys, machine guns are a little bit nasty now. So if you if you come really close to them, you're gonna suffer the consequences. Mortars, as you can see, if they're on the other side of the HQ, you are gonna outrange them. They're not gonna be able to fire. So there's no need to worry about those guys either. So in general, what I have found to work best is to use my GBE depending on the level. So my high level, you know, there are 5 boom cannons. So what I tend to do is to clear 2 of the boom cannons that are far away or on the other side of the HQ that still have range on my tanks, and destroy 1 of the shock launchers. Looking for angles in which I can shock more than 1 cannon, cannon or boom cannon or shock launcher at the same time. That way I can make my approach that way. So far, stages 1 and 2 have been really easy. I mean, that's you guys know that that's super easy to do with Rifleman, Zooka, and medics. It is, you know, at the higher levels where things start to become a little bit crazy. But on this stage, as you can see, shock launcher, rocket launcher, sniper towers, guys. Sniper towers, it really is a function, you know, they are dangerous to you depending on the level. So, and the amount of damage per second that they're going to do, which you have to take into account the boost of, you know, the statues that are available. So if you have 2 or 3 sniper towers hitting you at the same time, plus a rocket launcher, yeah, your tanks might die, especially if they're low level like mine. So you have to be really careful with how you deploy them, all right? Usually I like to deploy medics last, so I don't want to deploy my medics first. Even I like deploying them lastly, depending on the range of the troops. So let's just see. So right now that rocket launcher, look. So my guys have lost about 5% of their health. They can quickly recuperate that, but you see, that is a high-level machine gun. So at range, they're not going to do that much, but once they come closer, those machine guns might be problematic. We could do a test, but I'm not willing to lose a tank right now. So that is a problem. That's the problem with tank and medics. And that is why I think a lot of people are a little bit squeamish about losing their troops, because tanks take so long to load. They use so much resources. So even if you boosted your units and you went to do an attack, and you lost 2 tanks, you're losing a big fraction of your damage dealing capabilities, right? So think about this. So I have so here's a perfect example of how the tanks actually push each one into the range, right? You see how I am attacking the HQ, and some of the tank actually push forward. So if it weren't for the critters, I am pretty sure that that cannon would be actually hitting me. So let's go back to the point that I was trying to make. So tanks takes 25 minutes to load, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's the number 1 thing. Number 2 thing is that they use a lot of resources. So when people boost their statues, losing 1 tank means that if they want to wait, they're losing, you know, half an hour of their boost time trying to become fully loaded again. I sort of lost my train of thought. The other thing is, look at this. I have 10 tanks, right? Losing a tank means that you're losing 10% of your damage dealing force, and that is significant. You know, it's with Rifleman and Zookas, I could lose half a boat, and I'm not even losing 10% of my fighting force, right? So I would have to lose. So if I were to lose, one entire boat of Riflemen, the damage in terms of or the result of the damage dealing capability, it's so minuscule when compared to losing a single tank, right? So that is why a lot of people develop this idea of I want to do attacks without losing troops, and that is a very good idea, but that tends to limit you, because when you're using tanks, you are not going to risk taking on a base that you think you're going to lose a tank, right? And you're going to pass over, and you're going to start complaining about, oh, these bases are so hard, you know, they have max level boom cannons or upgraded boom cannons, and I cannot take them. So that is sort of the problem. And the other problem with tanks is their low damage per second. You're going to be there a long while. You saw how much time I was there just firing at the HQ, trying to take it down. So here, again, I'm looking at this stage and I want to take out with GBE that boom cannon. I want to take him out and I'm going to deal with this cannon and the other cannon with my troops on the front. So I want those guys to go out first. So what I'm going to end up doing is actually tagging them, and then I'm going to land my tanks right in front in the range of both of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. And then I'm going to shock them. All right, and just like that. Oh, come on, take it out before the thing expires. Okay, there we go. So look at that tank. That tank has been taking a pounding, and he's about to die. So I'm gonna cover it with smoke, so that way my medics can actually go ahead and try to heal him a little bit. Now I haven't figured out which way I want to go. I'm thinking I want to go this way. So let me just clear, because there's a lot less stuff to clear. And I can just engage the core quicker. So let me just... You see how that machine gun was just, you know, tearing into my tank? Like, my medics cannot deal with that kind of damage. I mean, even a machine gun. So this is a stage 4. Stage 4 is a stage that I don't struggle a lot, you know, at all with my Rifleman Zooka. Yes, my Rifleman Zooka are maxed right now to my HQ level, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that, I mean, with low-level tanks, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle, and then tanks take so much resources to upgrade. I would strongly recommend you ignore tanks and focus on Rifleman Zooka, and then once you have the resources and the time, then you can slowly upgrade them. All right, so I'm going to release some critters right here. I'm going to shock right here. So now I have 2 minutes to try to pound this HQ into submission. To be honest, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'm going to definitely try. I don't know if it's either worth it to actually try to destroy some of these defenses out. So I'm just going to keep pounding this way. I actually can take this one out. I can use GBE to take this one out too. Remember, every structure that you destroy from the map, it's gonna reduce the burden, or it's gonna reduce the HP of the core by a proportional amount. So the formula is as follows: total number of buildings on the map. You sum those units out. You know, it could be any sort of number, but the HP of the amount of HP that the core loses is 70% of the core HP divided by the total number of buildings. That resulting number, it's going to be equal to the amount of HP the core loses per building destroyed. So 70% of the total HP, and that divide that result by the total number of defenses, and you know, defenses and non-defensive building, every single building that you can see. Well, so far we have made it to stage number 4. We haven't lost any troop. We came really close to losing a troop right there. If you didn't have good troop management, I actually didn't do any troop management. I just sort of landed them and went for it. So we have right here, we have a cannon that's going to be a little bit nasty, but we can take him out. He does what? He does 439 damage per second. Plus 122, so 439 plus 122, that's 561. Multiply that by 3. He does 1683 damage in one single shot, guys. So let's figure out the HP of our tanks, because that's going to be part of the deal right here. We have to figure that out, because if we don't, we might fall prey of the tank. So we have 3,000 damage, so he's going to do about half the health of our tanks in a single shot. Now, sniper towers are also problematic. Remember, they fire every 1.4 seconds. So that sniper tower is doing 222 plus 262 per second. So do about half of that. So we're talking about what, 284? 284. So he's going to be doing about 320 damage per second. So these two guys plus that guy firing at the same time on my tanks are going to definitely take my tank down. So I need to, you know, work on those. So I need to think about my endgame scenario. And what I think I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to use GBE. And here's the other problem with tanks. You'll have to use GBE to deploy them, right? Each one of them is going to take 2 GBE to deploy. So I need to keep at least 20 GBE at the end of the day to be able to do the attack. That's the other problem. You cannot use all your GBE to do an initial attack, because guess what? Your tanks are going to need GBE to do that. I mean, you may sound, I may seem a little bit salty about tanks. I mean, it's just, I don't like tanks. And that is the honest truth. I just think they're so, they're not, hey, Chicken is doing a stream. Very nice. I'll go and check him out very soon. Chicken, just give me a few minutes. So right now we can do 1 barrage and 5 artillery. So we can do about 24,000 damage. We can do about 24,000 damage in terms of GBE. So we can actually destroy this guy right here, and maybe destroy this cannon. That way we can chuck here and take it slowly with those two. And I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. So I'm going to use, actually, I'm going to do, no, you know, I cannot destroy. So we can destroy this 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Give me a second. So we got rid of those sniper towers on the top that I think they were going to give us a little bit of trouble. Now we're going to be able to destroy this cannon right here. Some GBE. It's probably going to take us an artillery and 1 barrage and 1 artillery. Hopefully that's going to be the case. You see? But now I cannot use this because I have to save for 20. So I don't have enough now. I need at least 20 GBE to land all my tanks, and I'm not going to have them. So right now, right here, I have to retreat because I know that my initial plan was not going to work. And that is the problem with the tanks. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Everspark from the Critter Swarm to the Universal Remote. That way I don't need to use GBE and kill that thing. I can just use the Universal Remote. Let's go ahead and do that again. So I'm going to go ahead and land, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I can do this. Land Everspark, smoker in, target with the remote. That's gonna die. And then once she fires, there we go. So here I'm gonna land my tanks. Oh, I'm gonna lose a tank. Okay, no. Now I'm gonna shock here because my tanks are low level. So, my tanks are low health, so I need to slowly pound here as good as I can. There we go. So now we can sort of relax a little bit. That sniper tower is not that high level, so I can slowly but surely start pounding on these defenses right here. I need to keep an eye on that tank that's losing a little bit of health, but it seems to be gaining health. So we're not into a big problem right now. I'm gonna smoke her in. Come here. Oh no. Kill those flamethrowers. Kill them. Woo. Okay. I'm gonna hack again because that my tank is low. It's low on health right now. I think I made a mistake there. Yeah, I need to flare here. Alright, so let me just flare now into this corner. So I think in general what you want to avoid when you have low level tanks like mine is sort of spreading your tanks. You don't want a tank fight, shooting at one thing. You want to focus your fire at those units. So you see most of my tanks are firing at that machine gun, so that's going to give me a little bit of reprieve. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to use my remaining universal remote. I'm going to use it against the sniper tower when I get the chance on the top. I think that's going to be the best case scenario for me. So now from here, oh sorry, you can hear my kid screaming. So now from here, I can go ahead. I'm gonna monitor the health of that tank. If I see it decreasing too much, that's gonna be the point where I'm gonna do a universal remote. But I want to do it once I know. Actually, I don't think I need to do it right now. I think I'm holding my own on this stage. I'll keep monitoring the health of my troops. But those critters coming out are actually buying some time for me. So we have 1 minute and 20 seconds to finish this stage. And I don't know, we might not be able to finish it. So we need to sort of move out. And I think this is going to be the point where I'm going to use that universal remote. That's going to essentially... Why are you going down there? Oh my god. Well, I wanted to use the universal remote against the sniper tower. Because I thought he was going to help me sort of target the HQ. But I think from the way the health of the core is decreasing, I think we're going to be able to take it down. I'm going to help this a little bit along by destroying trying to destroy some of these buildings right here. So we can do one here, and we can do one here. That's going to, again, reduce the core HP by an amount, which is 70% of the core divided by the total number of buildings. But it's looking close, guys. I don't know if it's going to happen. 10 seconds. We haven't lost a tank. And this is a problem with this. Maybe I should have used that GBE. Maybe I should have used the GBE on the core instead of there. I don't know. We'll give it another try, guys. This is the main problem with tanks. You just run out of time. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. I know what I'm doing wrong. So I'm going to start the attack instead of waiting, because I know what's going to happen. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to hack it. There we go. And then I'm going to land my attacks. Alright, and now I'm going to do the attack right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to... Oh, we didn't kill the sniper tower. Okay, here we go. We don't want to lose a tank. So that just bought me a little bit of time. Instead of destroying that bought me maybe 15-20 seconds. Oh, we lost a tank, guys. We lost a freaking tank. Oh, that's horrible. That's freaking horrible, guys. That doesn't help. I think that the amount of time we gain trying to defeat that one, we're gonna lose it. We lost a medic now. Why are we doing different? Why are we losing troops now? Did I flare to close? I'm thinking that's what I did. Ended up doing, just flare to close, and it ended up costing me there. Oh my god. Okay, let me just retreat. This is just horrible. I ended up flaring too close and ended up costing me troops. This sucks, guys. Sorry. Like I said, these are low level tanks. These are level 2 tanks. I got level 5 Dr. T, and it's not easy, especially with the low levels. It's just right now I just made a huge mistake. Alright, so let's learn Everspark again. Do the hacking and the tanks. Okay, then go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Look at the health of our tank. Let's chuck here. Lose a tank again. Come on. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. So, let's just keep going. I'm not going to flare that close this time. We just need to get rid of those machine guns as fast as we can. Now we lost 10%. We lost 10% of our fighting force. So that's 10% less damage that we're going to do per second. So, that is the main issue at stake here, guys. That's what ends up happening every single time. You have to plan your attack. I'm just going to keep going here at this same rate. I'm not going to reflare. I'm just going to kill those machine guns as fast as I can. My troops are holding steady, so we are doing okay. All right, so after I do this, all right, so we need to focus on the machine gun. No. All right, so now I'm gonna flare here. 2 minutes 32 seconds. We're running out of time, guys. We're running out of time. We need to accelerate the pace. All right, so let's move. Let's skip this. Let's go right here. So we have 10. We have artillery ready to do damage. I'm gonna destroy this. I'm gonna ignore that thing. Hopefully that's gonna die with one. Here we go. Where we can just come here easily and quickly. I'm gonna shock because I don't want to lose any troops right here. And I just need to hurry the hell up. Alright, so now we are here. I think this time we're gonna make it, guys. I think this time we're gonna make it. Let me just flare here to this corner. I'm gonna try that shot. I'm gonna try that thing again in 58 seconds. I think maybe we will make it this time, but I'm not completely sure that that's gonna happen. I mean, if we're not going to be able to make it, I don't know what else we need to do. Obviously, we lost a tank, and losing that tank represents that we're going to be doing 10% less damage overall in the amount of time. I don't know if we made it to this point a little bit faster. I really don't know. But we'll, you know, it seems that we're going to make it this time. 20 seconds. Can we make it? Critters are going crazy. 15 seconds. Can we make it? Please say yes. 9 seconds, guys. 9 seconds. And down goes Dr. T, stage number 5, guys. It took us 2 attempts to get the timing right. We lost 2 tanks in the process and 1 medic in the process. But we got it. I don't know what to say. I just don't like tanks, guys. I don't like them. All right, let's take a look at stage number 6. I'm pretty sure, based on what we saw, that we're not going to be able to take stage number 6 with tanks. There's no way. Maybe if I added some grenadiers. Let's see. Those machine guns are just too gnarly. We have 3 rocket launchers. I'm going to give it a try. I mean, why not? There's no point in not trying. Let's go ahead and load that tank that we lost. Load that tank that we lost, and then go for it. So I think what I need to do is take out at least this boom cannon right here. I'm gonna use Everspark. So take this boom cannon right here with Everspark, and take that cannon with Everspark. If that works, then I think we're gonna be really in a good strong position. So let's she's gonna die though. Oh my god. What do we do? What do we do, guys? Do we take it out right out and lose Everspark and then lose the critters? Because I mean, obviously we cannot GBE that out. We cannot GBE either of those 2 guys out, but those are gonna be the main pain in the butt for our troops. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use Everspark and see what happens. I'm going to land Everspark right here. I'm going to and then do this. And then do that. Oh, okay, so I can use 1 smoke actually. If I'm smart, I can just use 1 smoke to do that. So let's try it that way. Because obviously that's going to help a lot with the GBE usage that we're going to do. So go ahead and land Everspark and then do that single smoke right up here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That didn't work. That was spoopy. Alright, let's try that one more time. Whew. so let's do the smoke right here. And then land her here. Hopefully she'll go there. Perfect. Attack that. Well, we lost her on that mine. That was sort of expected. I don't know, guys. This is looking a little bit gnarly. I know I'm trying a lot, but that's usually what I end up doing a lot of times. If I'm doing a base where I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, that's exactly what I do. I just use Everspark that exact same way. So let me place the smoke. Run Everspark. Click hack. Actually, gonna hack this one first. Hopefully she will stay inside. Nope, she didn't stay inside, but it's okay. I'm gonna see if I can keep her alive, because maybe if I can keep her alive. Oh my god, look at the way the freaking things are dying. Well, I think I made a huge mistake right now. My tanks are gonna die. I don't have GBE. There's no returning from this, guys. There is no returning. Look at how quickly those freaking machine guns are tearing through my tanks. Oh my god. Lost my medics, lost my tanks. That was horrible. Don't do as I do. I think it all came down because I tried to save Everspark. If I hadn't tried to save her, it would have been a lot better. But at the same time, look how quickly my tanks are just losing health. Look at that. So that machine gun is hitting that tank, and look at how the health is just decreasing. Boom. Obviously, I don't have enough medics to keep up, so I am going to retreat. There's no point in just wasting my troops here. I'm gonna have to reload to do my dailies anyway. So that is it, guys. That's all I have for you today. Tank-Mania is going on. Give it a try if you haven't had your tanks. I don't personally like them, but that doesn't mean that you are not going to like them. So if you do enjoy them, do take them out, do destroy bases with them, and do cause havoc. In any case, guys, that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, so always checking out. Later.